YouTube. I am Pinstar, and this is No Man's Sky. Next, I guess episode 3. Yeah, first 2 episodes were from my live stream that I did on Friday, and I figured, you know what, why don't we continue this into the week? Now, I will be the first to admit that I got a little carried away and played some off of camera. However, I've not made very much progress. Well, let me backtrack. I haven't made a ton of storyline progress. I did do a couple of things. First off, I got ourselves a new multi-tool. And now it's a modest upgrade. Our starter multi-tool was only 5 slots, and I did the massive upgrade to a 7 slot. However, this thing has some latent bonuses to it in both mining and scanning. I also went and crafted ourselves the advanced mining laser. So now we are able to, well, not only mine 11% faster, but we're able to mine the more advanced minerals and rocks and what have you and crystals that are dotting the landscape. So I've got that going for me. The other thing I went ahead and done is farmed up a metric F-ton of copper. And also built up my base a little bit. And to sort of show you that, we're here on our home toxic world. This is actually my starter planet. I was originally kind of poo-pooing this place, but it's grown on me, and it's proved to be, well, quite effective and quite good. And we've got ourselves a wonderful little base here that we've kind of set up shop in. Now, this I don't think is going to be my permanent home, but it's certainly my home here in this sector, in this system anyway. And all it really is just a cave that we've got the whole entrance sort of walled up here. I've moved our refineries a little bit closer here, just so that we can get things going here. So refineries, we've got enough carbon here. We can make more condensed carbon if we need it to make the fuel. But the main thing I want to do here is get this copper, turn them into chromatic metals, because chromatic metals are really, really useful for basically getting our ship fixed up. If you notice before, and I'll draw more specific attention to this. If you notice before on our ship, game please. That used to be a gentle slope. I need to research stairs, essentially. But actually, yeah, we need to get more blueprint technology to be able to get more base buildings and also to advance the quest. So one of the other things I was doing, and I'll do this while we cook here, is I was going further into our little cave here. Because this is a nice big open cave network, and more importantly, we don't have the rain to deal with. I may need to turn the sound down just a touch while we mine here. Bear with me one moment. Huh. I wonder why it's going so slowly. Usually it goes a little bit faster. Anyway, let me fix this up for just a second. Okay, we're good. Sorry about that. So anyway, yeah, these things, like this thing, this rhytolite, this used to be something that we couldn't mine, but now that we have our advanced thing here, we're able to. Yeah, then it's only giving me 63 per tick here. Am I doing something wrong here? Yeah, why are you only giving me 63 per tick? You were doing just fine before. You were giving me 84 per tick before. What's the matter, end of matter? Am I hitting you at the wrong angle? I don't know. Well. But either way, we can get quite a good amount of materials here. The pure ferrite is useful in making... well, actually, magnetized ferrite, which is sort of the refined version of that, which we can then use to both improve our terrain tool, which is what we use to get the copper, as well as get ourselves the Yeah, well, mostly copper, but also we're going to be using it in fixing up our ship. That's kind of our next goal ahead. That and also finding some buried technology. Our refineries are ready, so we're going to go ahead and harvest these up and then get more of our copper cooking here. Let's see. Ferrite, 1 ferrite dust. Yeah, that's going to be, that's a, hang on. Let me just refine this just to get it out of the way. That way it's not taking up its own slot, because otherwise it would, and that would be obnoxious. In fact, this pure ferrite is also being a little obnoxious. Here, while that cooks, let's fix up this one. We'll get that chromatic metal. Yeah, all that magnetized ferrite is going to be put to use here. Alright, we got the magnetized ferrite. Let's put you in. Oh, I do want to re-up our carbon here. Just because the condensed carbon makes such a more efficient fuel than the regular carbon. Even after losing it 2-to-1 ratio for the refining process, it still makes it a much more effective form of fuel. So it's worth refining it whenever we have a chance. Right then, yeah. Get in there, copper. And let's just double check to make sure this thing isn't going to run out of fuel. Beautiful. Alright, let's poke our head out a little bit here. Little trick, if you're pressing yourself against a wall when you fly up, it allows you to essentially fly infinitely. Yeah, there we go. See, there's the 84s. Granted, it's mixing in with some 64s. Or 63s. And then that's only giving us 63s. I'm still a little shaky about the sort of the damage calculations here. But hey, it still improves it a little bit better than what we were pulling before. Oh yeah, these things give us both carbon and oxygen. That's useful for keeping our stuff up and running, our life support. So I do want to harvest these things. Because oxygen is always a welcome matter. I'm just going to keep harvesting stuff till my toxic protection dips a little bit too low for comfort, and then I can just pop myself back in for some free shield recovery, so I don't have to spend any sodium on it. And we can get plenty of carbon to use as fuel to keep our stuff going. And actually, my mining beam is about to crap out on me, but I've got enough of the refined stuff in my inventory that we can refuel it real quick with the good stuff. Because again, you use less overall carbon if you use the refined material of it. Recharge equipment, mining beam, not the regular carbon, the condensed carbon. Beautiful. Yeah, we'll get this last one over here. Some dihydrogen over there might not be a bad thing either. And I got to check our species. We're one species left from discovering all species on this planet. So I do want to get that, because that will give us a 300 nanite bonus if we can. Gotta scan them all. It's a nice thick patch of dihydrogen. Yeah, I know. All right. Enough farting around. I'm pushing it a little bit. Whee! Toxic protection, recovering for free. Ah, all this chromatic metal. Beautiful. Let's see. Let's get a full stack of carbon in there cooking. I'm sure I could make another one of these. And there's larger refineries that you can build with your base building that can allow you to combine multiple materials. That's also a long-term goal of mine, because holy crap, would that be useful. Yeah, let's get more carbon cooking. We might as well. Actually, no. No, stop. Yeah. Because there's actually some of the robotic aliens will want to trade carbon for language lessons. So having some raw carbon on our person might not actually be a bad idea. Not raw carbon, raw copper is what I meant. You got a sentinel farting around. Usually they don't know how to get in here. They're not smart enough to use the front door. They usually just bonk against the walls here. Aye. I could shoot at you, but I mean, what would be the point? Oh, well, actually, no. There's a reason I can't shoot at you, and that's because I don't have a gun on my thing, like an actual weapon on my multi-tool. Let's go about fixing that, shall we? I think we shall. Now, because we want to see how these two are outlined in green. There are some synergies if you put modules next to each other. The two scanner and analyzers are next to each other. They get that. The two mining beams are next to each other. Here we could either put a... I don't know if there's an additional matter or terrain manipulator attachment. Or we could put a third scanny type thing. But our weapon, while not the primary onus, will sit alone. It won't be getting any synergies, but that's okay. What do we need for this? Chromatic metal and carbon nanotubes. Okay. I think we just need to craft the nanotubes. Provided I didn't burn up all of my raw copper. Oops. Missing more carbon. Okay, well, I burned up a little bit too much of that of the raw carbon, but that's okay. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't use the condensed carbon for the same use here, but that's okay. We can just get more raw carbon easily. All right, anything else here that I need to? I also got a whole bunch of cobalt for the express purpose of selling. What the hey? We'll cook you, and then we'll just go out and get not a starship. We'll go out and get a whole bunch more raw stuff. Then we can make our weapon, and then we can go on our merry way. The other thing we want to do is we do want to look for this buried technology modules here. Now, I've done scans around of my immediate area here. There actually aren't any in view near my base, that is. So we're going to need to do a little adventuring, but that's okay. I don't begrudge a little bit of adventure. Yeah, I got that alien artifact. Fungal clusters. No, there's an unknown building. Let's tag that. I think we want to head in that general direction. Because where there's buildings, there's usually some form of goodie. But before we do any of that, let's go and get some organic stuff, shall we? Also, another little tip here is if you mine at long distances and one of the sentinels catches you, the sentinels will actually be alert to the site of the mining, not necessarily to your beam. So they'll take notice that, oh no, something's being mined, but they won't immediately put two and two together and say, oh, hey, who's this guy mining here? So it can give you a little bit more of a buffer in terms of, in case you're getting a little sloppy and careless while you're mining. Yeah, before these things were not working well with me, but now I've kind of sort of felt in. Maybe there is something with the calculations. I don't know. All right, let's see here. I think that's enough to make 2 more carbon nanotubes. Now we go to our multi-tool. Yes, install technology, boltcaster. And let's make ourselves some ammunition here. What do we need? Just ferrite dust? Okay. Oops. Oh, it came with a little bit of a charge, but that's okay. We have room for ferrite dust, and we've got room for salt. So we certainly could make use of that. Almost got that. One of the keener things I would suppose is you'd be able to pop some of these things in one charge without the overheating. And yes, I know my toxic protection. Building's right here. Not worried about it. Now, I know I could sprint, but that uses up my life support a little bit faster. And oxygen, while not hard to come across, can run at obnoxious levels. What's the one that's still for sale here? Yeah, this is the big one that I've been kind of eyeing, but we don't quite have the money for that. 2.7 million for that, but it's a 23 slaughter Class B. So might be something to save for. All right, Galactic Trade Terminal. We can liquidate some of our stuff. We're at 300K right now, which sounds like a lot. It's not a lot. But we can liquidate some of the goodies here. Let's see. Mordite I'm holding on to because I think that's useful for one of the other races. We do want to liquidate some salt here. We do want to liquidate some ammonia. I'm going to hold on to the copper. I'm going to hold on to the carbon for the time being. Nitrogen. We can liquidate nitrogen. Iodized cobalt. That's minus 14.7%. So the price is much lower than we normally would. I know it would get us a whole crap ton of money. 187K, but if we went somewhere else, we might be able to get even more for that. So I'm going to hold on to it. I'm not selling a chromatic metal. That was kind of the point. And that ferrite dust, we need that for purposes. This raw sodium, I'm just going to liquidate here, so it's not taking a slot up. All right, let's make that. Whatchamacallit, ammunition. Oh, we need 60, so we're not quite there. Fair enough, fair enough. A little bit more ferrite dust and we're golden. And it has to be the dust, so we can't actually mine these bigger ones here, because those give us the pure ferrite. And that is not what the doctor ordered. What are the ones that give me the ones that give me ferrite dust and sodium are good, but there's another one. Yeah, no, that's pure ferrite and salt. Pure ferrite does not help. There we go. Ferrite dust and salt is what I'm talking about. See, there it is. The damage is kind of dropping off a little bit. I think we can make 2 charges, or rather the thing can hold 2 charges, so I'll get that much going here. Although it's already got some of the bullets in, so we'll put in 1 stack of ammo. Alright, let's see here. Product constructed. Oh, I guess it just uses it? Yeah, it just uses it. So if we... Yeah, it recognizes the fact that we have the 500 in there. Ooh, speaking of oxygen. don't mind if I do. Always try and take that stuff if you find it. Even if you don't need it right away, even if you're not in dire straits, take it. All right, so let's go berry technology hunting here, shall we? I think we shall. Oh, the other thing that we can do here is if we make ourselves a metal plating, we can make some launch fuel. And that will go into here. Because we're going to be needing that. Now, going back in here, looking at the starship, see all these damaged components? These are, for those of you who are following my Stellaris series, these are sort of like tile blockers. They don't do anything for us other than take up space. But it prevents us from doing anything useful on that square until we clear it out. That's sort of the price I pay for getting a free 31-slot ship. Because we found this thing as a distress signal. The pilot must have perished. So we got some fixing up to do. This is like My Summer Car, but Spaceship Edition. But we have some low-hanging fruit here that we can get here. The hull fracture, well, we're one chromatic metal away from being able to knock out a hull fracture. But the other thing we can do here is we've got a lot of magnetized ferrite and chromatic metal. If we go out into space and collect some gold, because you can get gold from meteorites there. And that's one, these things can get cleared out a little bit more effectively. And if we just get our hands on a little chlorine, we've got a ton of magnetized ferrite. You could also, the damaged gears. Well, the technology modules are kind of expensive. And then these things, ugh. You know what? Let's just find our berry technology. Now, where was our... I know there's a signs of civilization around here somewhere. So I generally want to land somewhere related to civilization. Oops. It would be helpful if I didn't boost right into a giant plant here. What in earth is that? It's probably a pure ferrite deposit, which I don't actually need right about now. I want civilization. That's probably copper. We don't really need a ton of copper at the moment. We will when we start fixing up the ship in earnest, because holy crap, that's a lot of chromatic metal that we need here. You know, I shouldn't be flying blind. Here's what I should do. Oh, there's the place I tagged. Right over here. I was just going in the wrong direction. Derp to derp. So let's see what kind of place this is. Not too bad. No landing pad, but that's okay. I'll survive. Whee! Yeah, let's get a save and chart the new sector here. It's the Zigguratantan. Can never pronounce these names. I mean, that's kind of normal for me. Anyone who's followed the channel long enough knows that I'm horrible at pronunciation, and this game is full of hard mode pronunciations. All right, let's see what we need to get into this bad boy. Pure ferrite. Oh, well, you know what? No, that's not going to do it. Let's just get some pure ferrite from here. I know it takes a little while longer to bust open one of these, but we'll be able to get the goodies that we need to crack open that thing. And yes, I know I have more than enough at this point, but I wanted to be able to pop it because that's where you get most of the goodies. So let's just keep pushing it till it pops. Excellent. Give up your goods. Alright, 26 nanite clusters. Always useful for buying technology. Even if they are not immediately useful, they will eventually become so. Alright, let's see what's in these things. Oop, we've got some encryption navigation data. Excellent. I should have brought my scanner with me. Oh, more nanites. That works. Again, good for building up our... it's sort of like a secondary currency. Like, there's no premium currency in this game, but it's you can't just buy normal products off there. You use that for technology. Oh, more data. Yeah, keep an eye out for these little weird shaped things, and it's not just these. Like, the navigation data comes in all shapes, but usually very small and unassuming. Very easy to miss. Ooh, hey, is language stone? I think that's a language stone. I'm down with some language lessons. Let's get some calm. There we go. All right. I must have hit my milestone for learning words. Ooh, and pearls. We got pearls. Yes, we do. There were a whole bunch of pearls in my cave, but I had already mined all of them, or harvested all of them. So I knew going sniffing around there would not really do anything good for me. But the pearls here, yeah. No. Inventory full. I don't think so. Let's see. What's the least valuable thing that I can just nix? I'm going to get rid of this ferrite. This little patch of ferrite dust. Because these things are valuable. And they are this planet's rare resource. And unlike certain other egg-like substances, these things do not cause things to bust out of the woodworks and horribly attack you. So, they're good. And this... Whoa! That's like a boss level... Whoa! Ow! Ow! Hey! Stop! Stop! That's like a boss level fart plant. Sheesh. Do not want to die randomly to environmental hazards. Okay, let's look for buried technology. What are you? Damaged machinery, but not buried technology. Yeah, different deposits are all well and good. But I need the buried technology. What's that? Cargo drop is not buried technology. Damaged machinery. Well, poop. That was a bit of a bust. Ooh. Carbon crystals. Always useful for keeping goodies on hand to recharge. You know what I need to do is I need to go back and I need to pick up my scanner, because that's going to help me out. There we go. Okay. Good enough. Oh yeah, another little trick I never showed you before. is the charge boost still works. Where you melee attack and then boost out, lets you cover a good amount of ground pretty quickly. Alright, let's go back to our home real quick. I love that fuel conservation tool. Now we're going to land here on the pad here, because that means we can take back off without using more fuel. But what I do want to do is I want to pick up my scanner. Actually, let's use our scanner. Right here. The signal booster, I should say. Alright, are you going to give me something useful if I take the freebie option? If not, I'll use my navigation data. No, it's going to tell me the nearby thing is this thing. Yeah, minor settlement. So, not useful information. So, we're going to need to feed it navigation data to tell it to basically point it at somewhere else. So, secure frequencies, distress frequencies, habitable outposts, or artifacts. You know what? I'm feeling my oath. Let's go for artifacts. So now it has to look for a different site. It won't point me at this settlement. Alien monolith detected. Excellent. There we go. And then we have a goal to go towards. Let's pick this up so we can. Oh yeah. All right. I'm gonna go sell something real quick. Just because we are so full up. Let's see here. Let's see, the sodium nitrite we want. Just the raw copper, pure ferrite. We can sell the pure ferrite. We can sell the salt. We can sell these pearls. Cash money in that bank. The cobalt, yeah, we could sell, but it's actually the sodium we can sell. Yeah, it's more like it. Open up some slots. And actually, let's talk to you in case you want some of that copper. Use the multi-tool scanner. Scan the disc but find nothing unusual. Huh. Okay. Oh yeah, did I already harvest that? Yeah, I already harvested that. Alright, now we can pick up our scanner. Go on with it. And off we go. Alright, how far do we need to go? Well, not too bad. Alright, folks, so we are on our way to the monolith. Will we find some buried technology? What goodies will we find at the monolith itself? I'll find out in our next episode. So if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button and leave me a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback is always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya!